What's going on, guys? Victor here, and welcome back to another Catch, Clean, and Cook, the biggest amberjack catch, clean, and cook on YouTube. I am very excited because we caught this giant mammoth of a fish. I mean, this thing is a 100-pound fish, 92 pounds on the scale. If you guys want to see how we caught it, and then meet us at the fillet table to clean this thing, stay tuned.
Yep, that's a big one.
Big baits, big fish.
You're gonna stick you, probably. That's gonna be a two-hander, probably. Got him?
You guys, we got giant baits, giant hooks, giant fish about to go down.
Put the hook in there. Yep.
And we're bridling this because it's a very big bait and you want as much of that hook exposed as possible.
We can always get
It's going down.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Oh.
Oh.
The fish are solid. He shouldn't make it.
Oh! You guys see that rod tip? That blue runner is getting chased for sure. Oh, we're on. Oh, we're on. We're on. We're on.
The Captain Morgan.
Oh, we're on.
Who taught you that?
My good buddy Stanley. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, the Captain Morgan is where it's at, man.
I'm saying,
This is
bro.
it. This is how you fight fish. You guys already know whatever eighth is gonna be a giant.
Yeah,
At least a 45. I don't think one under 40 could eat that.
No, that was a big bait.
I think he's 5 pounds.
Big Bertha.
You should send that to Captain Morgan.
That bend though.
You guys saw the rod tip was bouncing. I was probably multiple trying to eat it down there.
That's what's good about jacks. They fire each other up.
Yep.
Look
Like
at
that-
how heavy this thing is.
that
It
rod
looks
is-
like you have a shark on
That
right now.
rod's doubled over in that line, not even touching the blade.
I'm not giving up.
You guys, this thing is a real beast. Yeah.
The sharks get a little bit intimidated by the really big.
No idea.
What does that thing put out?
Yesterday was preparing for today, because today they're gonna be like 10 times bigger.
Oh, I see color. I see color.
Fight like a shark, you know they're big.
All I'm saying is,
Here he comes.
oh, he's a meat missile. Oh, that's a fatty. Look at that tank, man.
Giant.
Oh
Look
my
at that tank.
Giant?
Oh my God! It's like a 60-pound. No, keep going, keep going.
Yep.
That's definitely the biggest one I ever seen.
My God.
You got him?
Jeez!
Look at that thing.
Oh my God! It's a dinosaur!
He's like almost. Here, grab his tail.
Dude, that's gotta be 70.
Vic, grab his tail.
Giant!
Grab his
Oh
tail.
my!
My
You
God.
got it?
No!
Come here,
Not at all!
Both of us, let's go. Grab the other half.
Huge.
guys,
I'm
this
so
is
video. It doesn't even fit in the video.
I can't hold
Guys,
this
this
any
is
longer.
the biggest AJ I've ever seen. It's gotta be. Honestly, I think that's 80 pounds. I don't know what you think. Come here.
Look at this.
Worked like a charm.
Huge.
Giant.
Oh
Shark
my
hook.
God.
Giant.
Look at this.
Look.
Yes, look at this reel. This is what you guys need. An JX Raptor. This thing throws down on the Conley rod. Biggest thing I've caught. This is epic trip. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God.
You
wanna grab his head? I'll hold
Hell
his
yeah,
head.
dude. Thank you.
That's a jumbo.
Grab his.
In the coffin box where you belong.
Thing's not gonna fit in the coffin box at all. But we'll figure it out.
This thing is just absolutely massive.
Get that fish on there.
There you go.
There you go.
It's only 90 pounds.
All right, guys. Earlier we were trying to guess the weight of this fish. Well, guess what? We got the proof. There is the scale. There is the 50 pounds. And there is the 40 right on the money. 90-pound amberjack, guys. Thing is an absolute mule. Welcome back to the fillet table, guys. Now, this thing was so big, we didn't even have a cooler big enough to fit it on our way home from the Keys, that I had to cut the tail off of this amberjack. This is like a 25-pound section alone. All right, guys, let's get to cutting this guy up. And honestly, I mean, it's so big, it's like, where do you begin? But I guess just like any other fish, always kind of try to guide and see where that head meat ends. So I'm gonna start and make my first cut right over here by its pec fin. Follow that meat right down to the head. What I'm gonna do is, since this AJ is cut in half, I normally start by the tail on this side. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to find that backbone right alongside its dorsal fin right here. Start to make my cuts. I'm feeling that backbone right there. Kind of just guide to where the rest of my fillet job is gonna be. And I lift that meat up and that skin up. And this guy's actually a little frozen and hard because we had to stick it in my buddy's deep freezer because none of us had a cooler big enough to fit it in. So internally, he's a little cool. Guys, this thing is a workout. Just, I mean, catching it and then cleaning it, this thing ain't light. This thing is so damn big to where it's kind of difficult to get it up over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this guy in sections. Since it is gonna be smoked, the majority of the fish is gonna be smoked anyway. So I'll do sections just like this, kind of just like loins. And that way it's a lot easier for me to fillet this guy up. Let's look at that. Giant. And you know what? I don't even see worms in this guy. And AJs are known for having worms, especially of this size. So far, no worms. And by cutting this section open, it allows me to have more access into kind of, because it gets to the point where you can't really see to the other side, you know? All right, I'm gonna make another cut, another steak type cut. There we go.
The meat looks really good.
It does, doesn't it? It's pretty firm. It doesn't smell whatsoever. Okay, now we got this last section, and this is the section that's a little frozen. Guys, this isn't like filleting a fish. This is like doing surgery on a very large animal. This is definitely the biggest fish I have ever filleted. Possibly the biggest fish I will have filleted for a very long time too. There we go. Look at that. 3 giant slabs off this. This is gonna be me and Brooke's favorite part, and is to check the stomach contents of this guy. But I wanna show you guys something. This thing is so damn big. Look at these dinosaur-like ribs. Have you ever seen a fish with ribs that big? Look at that. Listen. All right, guys, this is my favorite part of the video right here. Let's play with the guts. It's a gut, we're not eating it. You guys, so this right here, we think is the roe, the eggs. And there is a lot of it.
What's weird though is the other one you filleted, the roe was white.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, it might not be eggs, might be, but see all this little white, red stuff? I'm pretty sure that that is all eggs, which would make some killer snapper bait right there. Chef Vic coming back at you with another voiceover. Now that giant amberjack you guys just saw, we are gonna whip them up into something gourmet. So first things first, I'm making a little marinade with some red wine, olive oil, going into my stainless steel bowl. The juice of half of a lemon. This was a very juicy lemon. Got some black pepper going in here as well as some pink Himalayan sea salt. My aunt, if you're watching, shout out to you because you are the reason I'm using this stuff. Now we also have some garlic going in. I think I did 2 or 3 cloves of garlic for this recipe, and it was for about 4 or 5 nice steaks of amberjack going in there. Now I have flat leaf parsley. This is the same parsley I used in my last catch and cook with the blackfin tuna. Very fragrant herb, a lot more potent than the curly parsley. Okay, put it into our marinade and gonna go ahead and mix this guy up. And looks like I'm running a little bit too low on my marinade, so I went ahead and added more olive oil as well as more red wine. And I'm not worried about the red wine. It's gonna cook out, get all those sugars caramelized and just good. And you gotta cheers your helping girlfriend right there. So there we are, having some fun in the kitchen. Now here are the amberjack steaks. This is the star of the show. And let me tell you, Amberjack is now one of my top 5 favorite eating fish. Never thought I'd say that, but it really is. Beautiful, beautiful piece of fish. And the unique thing about it is the fact that you can grill it. You know, you guys hear me say there are not a lot of fish you can grill, and amberjack is one of the few that you can. So cut it into about 1.5 inches, maybe just under 2-inch thick steaks. You know, just good portions for, you know, each person. And you guys can see it's just a very good, thick textured. It's got a little glisten to it, you know, a little bit of a higher fat content, a little bit more oily, which is nice, especially for grilled fish, so it does not dry out. Now I went ahead, marinated those guys, set them in the fridge. So now we're gonna work on our tzatziki sauce, and I have an English cucumber here that I'm going to peel up. Make sure you gotta take the skin off for the tzatziki sauce. And I have a strainer right here. I went ahead and used one of the smaller holes and just, you know, just rubbed it against there. And now the next step is very, very important, which you guys are about to see. And I actually learned this from Food Wishes, which is another YouTube channel that I watch to get some cooking ideas from. He's amazing, and this is kind of his way of making tzatziki sauce. So the important thing is to strain it in a paper, and one thing I usually do, which I forgot to do, is you pour some salt on your cucumber. It sucks all the water out of there. Okay, that's the important thing, is get all the water out. So we got our cucumber strained, added some garlic, and now this is a full fat Greek yogurt. Do not use a fat-free yogurt. Your tzatziki sauce is going to be a little bland. You want a good fat content in that sauce. Add some black pepper as well in there. A little bit of lemon juice, not too much, you know, just something to cut through the flavors. Add a little bit of dill. Also, not a lot. Dill is very, very potent. You do not want to put too much in there. And that's about the consistency of the tzatziki sauce. Some people put mint in it. You don't have to put dill in it if you don't want to. Now, I have been on a salad kick and a sandwich kick for some reason. So, next thing we got going on is this just simple spring mix I picked up at Publix. Got some red onions going in there, as well as some tomatoes, which you guys are about to see. And yeah, it's very easy to make a salad just look fancy. Just buy that spring mix stuff, and I prefer it to just traditional plain romaine leaves. So we got that going in there. Add some salt in there as well. Flavor up our salad, black pepper, olive oil, and then at the very end here, I'm gonna add some oregano. Now, here is the star of the show, like I said. You got these beautiful amberjack steaks going on the grill. Making sure my grill is hot enough so they get a nice char on the outside. They cook, you know, thoroughly and fast. You know, you don't want to leave your fish on the grill too long because it will dry. You want it to char on the outside, and you want to seal in all those flavors. And let me tell you, I mean, my mouth is just watering doing the voiceover all over again because this was just so good on the grill. Grilled fish has become one of my new favorite ways to make fish, and I went ahead and added the marinade after I flipped those beautiful amberjack steaks. And here's the finished product. You know, you got fish that has a nice char on the outside. It's full of flavor. And for our sandwich, I went ahead ciabatta bread, put it on the grill. Now we lather our tzatziki sauce on our ciabatta, top it off with some arugula. Arugula is the same thing I used in my last catch and cook, but it really just steps up the flavor of your sandwich. It's definitely got a strong taste, but very good taste. Dish up with a little bit of side of our spring mix salad, and this is a raspberry vinaigrette that I made in my previous catch and cook as well. And I'm gonna top it off with some feta cheese, and voila, you got a beautiful, fabulous gourmet meal from a fish that a lot of people, frankly, would run scared half to death in the other direction when you mention the term amberjack on a plate. But guess what? We're not afraid to cook things up on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. This YouTube channel and Catch and Cooks have really opened up my eyes and my world to the world of fish. I've really thrown myself into the kitchen, try to become, you know, try to really improve my skills as a fisherman, of filleting, just looking at how to cut fish and just really developing flavors and everything. And I have to tell you, there are no such thing as trash fish, there are only trash cooks. And it really is true. Brooke and I have tried amberjack, glassnose, bluefish, Jack Crevalle, kingfish, bonita. Literally, so many fish that people are like, you know, they hold their nose up like this to it. It's like, people really need to open up their eyes. Amberjack, this is the first time I have had greater amberjack, and let me tell you, top notch. And I'm not talking a 20 pound, 10 pound, 15 pound young amberjack. I'm talking about 92 pounds of grown meat. Fish, just like with beef or anything, usually the older fish gets, the more tough it is, the more gamier it gets.
It was honestly amazing. The texture it had a good thick texture to it, which made it perfect for cooking on the grill. Because there's a lot of fish you can't cook on the grill. There has to be a specific kind of textured fish to actually have it sit on the grill and not have it fall apart. Like a snapper.
And not have it dry either.
You throw a snapper fillet on there, it's gonna fall apart. I've known Victor for 6 years, and he's always liked cooking. It's not like he's just jumped on the cooking bandwagon, jumped on the catch and cook bandwagon, I should say. He's really stepped it up a notch, and these catch and cooks are really, really good. So you guys, if you're looking for recipes, I mean, some of his ones he does are a little technical, but most of them, they're pretty easy, and you guys should definitely give them a try, because it's going to up
the whole experience. Just come full circle.
It brings it all together. You're gonna want to go out there. You're gonna want to catch fish.
We get a lot of flag because we do kill a lot of fish. I like to kill fish. I enjoy eating fish. I enjoy going out in the outdoors.
Yeah.
But we put it to good use.
You see, we cook all of it. You know, we're feeding our families. We're inviting
friends.
our friends over. You know, it's not like they're going to waste. We're eating them.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope I get a lot of the younger viewers. I know I got a lot of kids, a lot of younger people watching my videos. I challenge you guys, you know, the next time you're at the pier or the beach or wherever it may be, take that kingfish home. Take that fish that you normally wouldn't eat. Get out of your comfort zone and just throw yourself in the kitchen. Cooking is just, it's just a wonderful hobby. It's a great skill to know in life, and I have really, really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for the kind words, babe. And thank you for helping. She helped me a lot today filming wise, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my Landsharks, in that next video.
Bye.
Do you feel the vibe?